What's up, guys? Weather Wednesday coming at you with another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today there is a Sand Devil attack tournament going on. So I wanted to give an updated video on a Sand Devil team that I made a video for a few months back. But I made a few little tweaks that actually makes it better. So I wanted to go over that and show you how the run works. It's very simple, it's very fast, and it features technically 4 free champions. Adeline was a daily login, Marius, of course, through missions, Quintus through Live Arena, and then Newt was a fusion a couple of years ago. So technically, you could get 4 of these without pulling shards. And then Kymar, I'm sorry, more difficult to get. But there are other reset champions in the game, so maybe you have another reset champion that you could try out, but this is the team. I will go ahead and show you the team one time. The run is going to start off with Prince Kymar doing basically nothing, his A1, and then Adeline is going to put a sleep and a slow, and then we do some damage. And then we are going to do a reset, and she does nothing basically the second time. And then we do more damage and we're done. And so that was a turn count of just 12. And it took 19 seconds. As you can see, 14 seconds is my best time. But that time was 19 seconds, so around there. And there we go. So we get 53 turn attack points for that. And then it happens to be CVC right now, so we get some CVC points as well. And so let me get into the team setup and their purpose. So it starts off with Prince Kymar. He can either go first or he can go last, because all he really needs is that Seal of Magic. So I happen to use Fast Prince Kymar on the team, and he throws out his A1 to start, and that's just because we want to get out of the way. It's not important at all. It's about his second turn where he's actually doing Seal of Magic, and that's going to be resetting our champions. Now it goes into Adeline, and she's just all about, she needs to hit her sleep and her decreased speed. The decreased attack, not so important, but she does need to hit those, so you do need some pretty high accuracy for her to be able to consistently hit that. She does miss that sometimes on my account, so I am trying to work on improving her accuracy even more so she doesn't fail so often. But it's still pretty consistent. Not perfect, but pretty consistent. Then Quintus needs to be next. And so I do have him pretty fast at 304. And they all just need to go faster than the boss. Other than that, the exact speeds aren't that important. But I do need Quintus going third. The order is what is important. And the reason why is because he has a decreased defense that cannot be resisted. And that is important for us to get the damage that we need. And then Marius and Newt, they can go in either order, I suppose. I happen to have a faster Marius and then a slower Newt. I would like my Newt to be a little bit faster, but that's okay. He gets the job done. And so for Marius, we're focusing the A3 and then the A2, and he won't need to do the A3 the second time around. That's why it's set up like this, because he'll still have his increased defense and increased accuracy up. And then Newt, we just want to go with Blessed Bash both times. Let's watch that one more time. Maybe you'll understand better how it's working this time. And so we got the Kymar doing the A1, Adeline doing her sleep and her slow. And then we get the decreased defense. We do damage. It's left with that one turn left. And then we just reset and we do it again. And we have plenty of damage the second time. Turn count of 12, 19 seconds. and another 53 points. So that is how the team works. Let's look at the setups for each of our champions. So starting off with Prince Kaimar, I just have him I happen to have him in Perception. It doesn't really matter for this particular run. Uh, Basically because all you need to do is have him go a certain speed, and then he does a reset of the cooldowns. So he doesn't even have a relic. He happens to have a polymorph because I used to use him in Arena. That's not important here. And these are the masteries that I have, but again, not at all important. The only thing that really matters is his speed. And then we have Chronicler Adeline. I happen to have her in Supersonic Perception and Feral. All that really matters is her speed and getting that accuracy up. So she also doesn't have a relic. I suppose I should throw a relic on her that has some accuracy, so I will do that. Get a little extra accuracy. The Brimstone is not important, and she doesn't even have masteries. Then we get to Quintus the Triumphant, and as you can see, he has stats all over the place, and that is basically to get him up to speed. That's all that really matters with him, as well as getting him to go third. He also doesn't have a relic. His accuracy doesn't matter. I have cruelty on him, and before I had a different, I had Phantom Touch on him before, which is bad because that gives him an extra hit and that ruins the run. So Cruelty is much better to have for him. And these are the masteries that I happen to have for him. But I didn't build those masteries for this specific run, and they're really not that important. Then we get into our damage dealers. We go straight up to Marius. I happen to have him in Stone Skin and Slayer right now. I want to change this up a little bit, but for this run, it works perfectly fine. I also have him in Cat's Gaze, so whatever your best damage relic will help him get extra damage. And then we've got Crushing Ren 6-star. So again, he's getting a lot of damage, but if you have a really good Newt, then it can make up for maybe some damage that he is giving on my account. And then these are the masteries that I happen to have for my Marius. But really, whatever damage build you have, a damage build is probably going to work. Any good damage build is going to work for these two. As long as they're getting enough damage, you're good. For Newt, I have him in Perception and Lethal. That's just how I have him built because I use him all over the place. He has a Gilded Dragonstone where the wearer's defense increases by 1%. That helps him out because he's a defensive nuker. And then we've got Soul Reap. Again, that can end your run a little bit faster if you're this close. And sometimes if you're that close, having the Soul Reap can take care of that last bit of damage. And then these are the masteries that I happen to have for Newt. So that is the team. And it's a pretty good team. It's not a perfect team, but it is very fast and it's perfect for a Sand Devil Turn Attack tournament. So let me know what you think about the team. I think it's pretty good. It could be a little bit better if we just hit our sleep and decrease speed a little bit more consistently. But you do need to have some pretty good stats on the team. You need very high accuracy for Adeline. I have her going at 305. I've got Prince Keimer at 314. I've got Quintus at 304. Marius at 301, and Newt at 261. I would like that a little bit faster, but that is what works for me. Try to get that accuracy up on Adeline Everything else, just try to get your damage and get your speeds. And that's it. That's the team. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Either Wednesday. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more Raid Shadow Legends content. See ya.